Hi, Janette. How are you?
Hi, good evening. I'm very great. How about you, Yousra?
I'm fine, Janette. Let us know. Tell us, Janette, from where are you talking to us today? Where are you based?
Hi, good evening, Yousra and everyone. I'm actually based in UAE. I'm living here for almost 10 years now, but I was born in Philippines. I can recall that last February 14, I celebrated my 10th year anniversary in the same company that I'm working until now. So yes, so I'm Janet. I'm actually working there as a senior analyst, and at the same time, I'm the VP Public Relations of EN Toastmasters Club. And I'm so proud to announce that my book, my first ever book, which is one of my ultimate goals, entitled Random Thoughts of Healing, is now published in Amazon.ae and Amazon.com globally, along with other platforms, online, ebook, hard copy, and so on. And at the same time, I'm a single mother of two boys. I have my eldest, he is already 17, and my youngest is 11 years old. So
MashaAllah.
yeah,
Yeah, welcome to
yeah.
the Ikigai and KaiZen International podcast, Janette. I'm so glad to have you here. And hello, everybody, whoever is watching us. Today we have a special guest. Just like Janette told us more about herself, today we're going to explore step by step, her life journey. We're not going to call this basically in the word, Ikigai and Kaizen, but we'll try to explore the term in its philosophy, let's say. So to introduce anyone who is watching the podcast, maybe for the first time, so I will explain a little bit what is Ikigai and what's Kaizen and why do we have this. So I'm someone, who is very fond of living a life with a purpose, and being happy about what I am and what I do, and especially the people that I'm surrounded with. So I came across the word Ikigai during COVID. And it was through a coaching, a training. And it was basically kind of that aha moment. You say, this is, a word that can be, insightful. So let's try to explore it more. So Ikigai is a Japanese word. It means living a life with purpose. And Kaizen, as we all know, it's part now of business. It was first introduced with Toyota and with business, how to optimize, let's say, management in that sense. And Kaizen is another Japanese word, which means achieving success through steady, continuous improvement, steady steps. So that is basically, where I found myself, where I found my Ikigai, which in a sense, now as a coach, I employ this, as a transformation journey, as an exploration journey. So whoever joins me on this, either for the podcast or for the coaching sessions, we do explore this, sometimes voluntarily, other times, it's the clients that they have to choose this. They want to be coached for the Ikigai itself. They want to find something really relevant to their lives. So that is basically overall the history of the Ikigai and Kaizen podcast. So I started, first of all, with my country, Tunisia. So I'm based in Tunis. And it was with my friends. First of all, it was like a friendly chat. And then, by serendipity, by chance, a lot of colleagues joined me in this. So as you may know, other colleagues that have been guests in this podcast. So I found myself doing this for over 3 years now, which is something I love. So in my free time, what I do is talk to friends, colleagues, sometimes people that I come across, for a particular reason in life. I don't know. So life puts them in my journey. And that is the case today. So Janet, I've known you, as you said, as a writer, as a Toastmaster. You are the VPPR of your institution's Toastmaster, right? What's his name, Janet?
EN Toastmasters.
So it's like within which institution? If you can share this.
It's actually the company that I'm working right now. It is a lot before, but now they shortened the name and changed the name from it is a lot to EN, like E, then the end symbol.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Enjoy, enjoy. And, we're going to talk about that Toastmasters part because I'm a
Yep.
Toastmaster myself and I really, find peace and Ikigai in being a Toastmaster speaker. And I was a leader a little bit a long time ago, but not for so long. Now I'm back being just, active as a speaker. Right, Janet. So, Janet, I can see some lovely, I don't know, paintings, books,
Right. Well, books.
a lot of things, a lot
I'm
of things.
actually part of reading books. It happened when I found my Ikigai as well. So it was like 3 years ago, wherein when you were on your rock bottom, you will question, what am I? Like, what is my purpose in life? Why I am so depressed? Why I am so stressed? Such things. And it came to my one of my memorable experience as well. But it's kind of sad because there are time that moment I can still remember the date wherein I really found like myself very burdened with a lot of responsibilities in from work, family, my ex partner, a lot of things. They're always depending on me. I'm always giving everything 100% and leave nothing towards myself. So I came to the point that I wrote or write down my suicidal note. Yep,
Sorry.
I already wrote my suicidal note because I really fed up. Every day is just like repeated cycle of life. It's like I'm working, working, and I don't have time for myself. So that's my rock bottom. And then I just took a lot of pills, and then I wrote letters where my password, my mobile OTP, my bank, OTP. So if I not wake up in the morning, I still left something from my family. And then luckily I'm alive, and then I found my Ikigai. And I realized that I think I need to love myself better. It's really, before I'm so selfless. Now I can see the importance of self-love. You always need to put yourself first in everything, because if you don't love yourself, how you can love someone else? How can you love your family? How you can be genuine to anybody if you are not loving yourself? So that's why I'm really inspired by you. Whenever I'm seeing you in Instagram, I'm so lucky that we are became friends in social media. It's very rare actually, and this is I'm really privileged and honored to be part of this segment of yours, Yousra.
Thank you, Janet. And actually, the pleasure is all mine. And you are inspiring as well. We're friends on Instagram and on Facebook, but I follow you on Instagram. Whatever you're doing, you inspire so many people. And you mentioned something interesting, which is love. Doing everything with love, everybody can feel this. If you do it with passion, with love, it's reflected on the image you convey to the world. So everybody can see that you love what you do, you love your family, you love your life, and life is so precious. So that sometimes like it depends on the circumstances that someone goes through, but it's God's gift to us. So I really believe that we should make use of every single second that we have. We breathe. Gratitude is key. So you mentioned love and self-love, Janet. If you would maybe describe love or self-love to a metaphor at your ease, what would it be? It can be name of a crystal. It can be, I don't know, a painting. It can be a color, anything. Self-love, according to Janet.
It can be butterfly.
Oh, nice. What's the value of this according to you? Why a butterfly?
Butterfly is like, um, it's like you're free to do whatever you want. You are abundant with nature, with flowers, with air. Those are simple, non-monetary, but very abundant in life. And if you're a butterfly, everything is free, right? You don't need to beg to chase. You butterfly should be the one to be chased, not the other way around. And that's me before. I'm the one who's chasing, forcing, begging. And then I realized I should be butterfly. I should be the one to be chased, not the other way around. So that's why I will choose butterfly.
So to ask you a question, do you think that we really have to be chased or chased? Do you think that the word chasing can exist? Maybe so. As far as I'm concerned, for instance, I allow myself to share this. You mentioned the metaphor, and I see butterfly. There is an expression which says, happiness is just like a butterfly. When you still, it lands on your shoulder, on your hand. So I believe that we don't have to chase or be chased, but it's relative. You absolutely, you're free to say this, like you think it if like maybe in that particular sense, some life experience made you think about this. So we're going to explore this together, Janette, if you allow me to, of course. And I'll go back to the butterfly metaphor, and I will use it in today's transformational podcast episode story. So we're going to rely on this metaphor to start maybe from the beginning. While Janette is at the initial phases of the butterfly, can you tell us more, Janette, about your early dreams, ambitions, and beginnings? So the little girl, the little Janette.
Yeah, I can still recall when I was on a very young age where I always want to be a lawyer because I love debating. And even my father told me that, you know what, once you grow up, you need to be a lawyer because you always keep debating. Even though you are wrong, you always make things right. And aside from that, that's one of the my dreams when I was young. And also I want to be a reporter. I want to, to give news to the people. I'm even practicing, when I was a kid, I'm holding a mic and I'm bringing news to everyone, acting like a reporter to everyone, to my cousins and friends and relatives. So yeah. And then part of it is more on writing. Since I was young, whenever I am feeling sad or, there are things in the family that hurt me physically or something, I'm always writing down, expressing my anger, my emotions, my sadness, because writing is a form of expression, wherein once you express your emotions in any form, it will somehow make you at ease. It will somehow make you feel better.
So if ever that version of Janette, the little girl, the dreamer about life, the dreamer about debate and news report, has something to say to the current version of Janette, what can it be?
Yeah, actually, with the version of mine now, I can say that I achieved one of the goals that I have when I was young, which is to be a writer. And I'm so glad. Actually, I'm grateful for what I had experiences in life, either pain, happiness, brokenness, or whatever, because those kind of emotions of pain or anything will actually gave a lesson where those lessons that I have collected, that I have compiled, form a book. And I am really, my purpose of life is to share my experience that it's okay if you feel the pain or heartaches or trauma, because those kind of experiences will make you a better version of yourself.
Can you tell us more about your book? What's its title first? And you tell us more about briefly, not be spoiled. People can get it maybe and read it if they want to.
Yeah, no worries. I can get my book if you want. I have a copy. Yeah. So this is my book. Actually, it's Random Thoughts of Healing. Okay. Random Thoughts of Healing, and it's written by myself, a writer. That's why I really achieved one of my ultimate goals in life. I'm so fulfilled, I can say. And this is about, the different relationships that I had with my pasts, wherein I don't have any hatred. I don't hate them. Rather, part of being gratitude is, instead of hating them, I forgive them. And I am sharing my lessons because the reason why we are chasing, the reason why we are forcing is because there's lack inside of us, that we still have some trauma in the past, childhood trauma that we need to address. So, and depending our happiness to someone, to partner or anyone, will actually will not make you a whole person. So this book teaches us how to be happily individual without depending with someone. We ourselves alone can be happy. Okay, and I have some tips here on how we can move on, how we can heal, and how to be a better version. So what you can see with me right now is walk the talk. So whatever you can see me in social media doing sharing some short clips or videos, those are the things that I have done in my life to overcome the pain, or to heal, or to also overcome the trauma, the inner childhood traumas, where I can say that I am not 100% because being traumatic actually is there. But what you have to do is how to deal when it gets triggered with your traumas.
Thank you for sharing, Janet. It's really heartwarming to hear more about your book, and especially see the book cover, and it says a lot. It's full of emotions, and it's very reflective of you. And you mentioned, so what makes you happy, Janet? What is the, let's say, not necessarily one thing, but what can make Janet happy?
Aside from having my kids with me living here in UAE, it's by default we're happy with family. What makes me happy is a form of act of kindness. Like you, for example, you would like to share your Ikigai ideas, wherein you are giving your coaches and experiences to your friends, your relatives, or even strangers sometimes. Same thing. It's just like I cannot express the feeling whenever you are act of kindness, not in a sense of giving some material things or tangible things, but being a listener, or you want to give your advices because you have learned from your past, wherein you are very confident that sharing your past and experiences will somehow makes this person be okay at that moment, especially when you will never know when this person is down, dealing with problems in life, and when somehow they talk to you and they lift their spirit because they talk to you and they will thank you. And I can feel that you can relate with what I'm saying, that those thanks that we are receiving from strangers, people, makes us feel happy, and at the same time it makes us heal as well. Whenever we are having act of kindness, it makes us heal.
Exactly. And what we witnessed together, you and I, is like, our friendship happened, by chance. And I think it was through Toastmasters, because both of us, maybe the algorithm brought us together for this dance. And, I am really glad to see people succeed, to see people being themselves. I've watched you and your speeches, those photos you share online, and how Toastmasters has changed your life. So we can maybe explore this later on, whenever this will be, unfolded for us. So now I'm still interested in Janet and, the cocooning part where she wrote the book. So what does writing represent to you, Janet?
Yeah, writing, as I have mentioned earlier, it's a form of expression. Like, for example, you and your partner just broke up, and you want to look for a final talk or closure, for example. Actually, that kind of connotation about I would like to talk to my ex because I want to make some closure. It's kind of BS thing, because you can actually move on without talking to her or him.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I'll explain how. In this sense, sometimes you don't need. Sorry for interrupting you. Sometimes not having a closure is a closure in itself. You don't need that particular sentence that everybody is away and that the relationship is over. When respect is not served anymore, so it means love exactly equally. So I'll let you continue. I'm sorry for interrupting you. It was
It's okay. I can relate. Yeah, especially if we're eager to to also explain ourselves. That's really true. Once the respect is not there anymore, why you need closure? Have some self-respect, right? So that is writing for me. It's a form of expression. Even though, for example, of course we're human. We're being affected by the toxicity of the environment, from work, from people, from our surroundings. So it's really important that you should write whatever you feel angry about, sad about, anything. Because I'm telling you, with those people who are watching us right now, I'm telling you, writing is really amazing. It's a miracle wherein you don't need even you don't need therapy. I'm not discouraging everyone to go for therapies, but writing is a form of therapy from my own experience as well.
It is. It is. Actually, I did part of a coaching training that I took during the COVID as well, is therapeutic art coaching. In writing, drawing, singing, dancing, all of this was part of that, because as you said, it's a form of self-expression. And it's good if it's done in groups. So I had sessions, where everybody, they had to share. First, they take time with that collective energy to draw according to the meditation that was conducted at that time. And then we shared those different versions of ourselves through that. So writing, a lot of people, they see it as a purging, process. Others, they can see it as a healing process in itself. Other people, sometimes they just write something and just tear down, that paper and throw it away. Others, they really make a book out of it. So it depends how anyone perceives writing. But the most important thing is just it uplifts us. It takes us to a place where we feel better. So, and feeling better and feeling well at ease with oneself is key. So talking about that cocooning, and writing era where Janette, you had blossomed at that part, and how do you feel about yourself, after publishing the book?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
I said, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about yourself after publishing the book?
I feel like I won 1,000,000 dirhams, actually. It's like priceless, because I'm not, of course, secondary reason is, for monetary passive income. But my ultimate reason is I have been on that, deep hole situation that it's really traumatic. Of course, 1 hour, 2 hours are not sufficient for us, maybe. But, my past, my first relationship, second, and the third, actually, it caused me some traumas. And then I am happy because whenever someone is buying my book, I know that I can share my wisdom, my knowledge, which somehow help them to heal themselves as well. And whenever I'm talking to someone like close friends, and now I can say that I have a friend of mine wherein she was on the same situation that I had before, wherein her partner is a narcissist, and I'm giving her my wisdom, my knowledge about what I have been through and what I have done, and then she's now following it, and she just wrote me a huge message paragraph in WhatsApp that thank you so much. You are one of you inspired me, and not only me, the people surrounds you are really looking for you and rooting for you. So thank you that I met you. It's really one of the reason for my happiness. It's really touching people's lives makes me happy, and that's the stuff that gave influence my life as of the moment.
We can notice this, and we can see it on your face, from your facial expressions and from your body language, that this makes you extremely happy. And this makes me happy to see this and coming, in the podcast, in the episode, talking about something that makes you happy. And that's the purpose, after our talk, it would be great if maybe I can have an impact, or this podcast can have an impact on your current or future life. So I hope so, Janet. So talking about the evolution now, and you've been in the UAE for 10 years, or is it just at the institution you're in?
10 years already.
All right, yes. So, what about your current life, and the life you're leading right now? So, is it part of what you want to do exactly? Or is there still a future version of Janet that is still cocooning and maybe trying to look for the right time to appear, let's say?
Yeah. Of course, we say we have this common connotation, the sky is the limit. So we can dream and achieve our dreams once in a while. As you say, life is precious. We will never know what will happen tomorrow. So in my future self, I'm looking for I don't want to be employed, but of course I'm employed nowadays because my kids are here. I'm, doing it all by myself. I'm a single mom. My kids are studying here, one in college, one in elementary. So after my work, or if I have free time, I'm actually doing some kind of freelance trainer, communication skills. And in future, I would like to be a personal and growth and personal development coach as well. And I'd like to do that within the company itself. And I'd like to post some videos, corporate videos, through LinkedIn, wherein the corporate or business world will able to download, watch my videos about personal development that will empower their employees. Because we can admit that being employed, it's so stressful. We cannot control the people around us, but the only thing that we can control is our emotion. So yeah, going to future discussion, I'd like to have a business my own, and I'd like to be a personal and development coach, and I would like to produce and publish more books. Actually, I'm writing my second book, which is Aspire to Achieve Success. Wherein I'm working on it myself first because, as I have said, walk the talk. I would like to implement this for my own life. And once I able to achieve that, then I will finish my second book and another book. And, that's it.
The sky is the limit, as you said. So, congratulations for publishing your book, for whatever you're doing, for having that future version and vision about yourself. And to ask you a question, Janet, is there, a particular reason why you're postponing kind of this future version, or like, is it something you see upcoming, let's say on the short run, long run, or you're still working on this in the meantime?
I'm actually working on it in the meantime. I believe that whatever happens to us right now is planting seed for your future. Like, for example, for Toastmaster, I'm so grateful with my manager actually. So because of him, I able to recognize by my company. And then my manager insisted that you should write a success story about you, on how you became an agent, and then, career ladder. So I was, my manager just asked me to write something about your success here in the company. And then they published in the newsletter in It Is a Lot. And then I was being recognized by the Toastmasters. So one of the members of Toastmasters just messaged me, would you like to join us and be our guest? And then from there, it started from, being a guest, word master, grammarian, and then became a SAA, and now a VP PPR. And I believe that experience happens for a reason, like planting seed for your future. So I need to be surrounded with a larger audience so that I can, be an inspiration with them. And that will be my future goal. I need to be a personal development coach, maybe life coach, relationship coach. And I'm going there. I can feel that I am synchronized with the purpose of life with the universe. I keep seeing angel numbers if you're believing that. So meaning you are synchronized with your life's purpose.
So what's the relevance and the importance of coaching? So I can see it whenever you talk about this, there's a spark, in your eyes, and there is a smile, when you talk about coaching. So you wanted to be a life coach, relationship coach, professional coach. You're already doing the soft skills part within Toastmasters and within your institution. But is there, an importance to being a coach for Janette?
Touching lives.
Mm-hmm.
Simple but meaningful answer. Touching lives. That's it.
Great. That's an amazing answer, actually. And I can relate to this because, part of coaching, the one that I do now, I'm doing it for free. I'm not even getting paid for this. Sometimes, I used to do the paid ones, but most of the time, if people need it, really. So we always start, on a blank slate from the beginning. But if they want this, and want to achieve palpable results, they can book sessions and they can make it regular part of their daily life. So, and the purpose most of all is to see happiness in the world, to see other people succeed and achieve their goals, because coaching is all about people's goals. So it's like coaching centered. You also something which is very, very, very dear to my heart, which is, I can sing this, it's music to my ears, Toastmasters. I love Toastmasters. I've been, attending for a guest for so long, like you said, and then joined the first club. And then I've been part of creating a new club. I was the VPPR of that club. And then I went back to the initial club where I've been a guest for so long now, being active as a speaker. And I see myself really not only extremely happy, surrounded by the people that I love the most, encouraged, mentored. Coaching is different from mentoring. I have access to both. There is no age limit, only the sky is the limit. So we do. There is a shared energy, which is, beyond words. I can't even express it. But once you deliver a speech about your life, something that is really very personal, and you are in a safe space, and you receive constructive feedback, not about you as a person, not about you the way you look, not about you the way you talk. It's about how to improve your speech and take it to the next level. That's what I learned. And actually, I own this, and I owe it to Dr. Christine Koum. And the first Toastmasters meeting that I attended during COVID, we switched at that time to online teaching. And it was along my first, times being teaching and online. So at that time, I learned how to center myself in the camera. I learned how to speak. I learned so many things according to she shared about in the Toastmasters Club. So Toastmasters, we're going to explore this in part 2 now together, Janette. So talking about Toastmasters and its impact about our lives. So I'm interested in knowing more about your current experience as a VPPR and as a speaker in Toastmasters. Can you tell us more about this, Janette?
Sure. As I have said in the beginning, I'm actually being noticed by EN Toastmasters Club with the article that I published in our newspaper. And then they encouraged me to join as a guest, and I deliver my word master, and they really amazed with the way I deliver my reports in grammarian, because I'm not only giving the errors, but also at the same time, I'm giving the explanation, like, for example, subject-verb agreement, plural takes plural form, and so on and so forth. And then I became a sergeant at arms, and then now I'm holding the VPPPR. It really changed my perspective in life in terms of public speaking. So before, I'm really shaking, or I can say the stage fright. I don't have confidence, as in zero confidence at all. Maybe because of my, I'm very insecure in the past. That's why, insecurity leads to a lack of self-confidence. And because of the Toastmasters, it enhances my confidence. I can now know how to use gestures, pauses and avoid some feelers at the same time. And I like what you have said, that it's a constructive criticism. It's a non-judgmental also environment wherein you will be eager to join every meetings because these people are very open-minded. So they will never judge you. They will always give you compliments, because I believe that receiving compliments is really making you better and better and better and excellent in the future. So that's why this is what I love being part of the EN Toastmasters Club or any Toastmasters. And not only that, it expanded because I'm doing great in this, in this field. That's why my president, our president, sometimes if other clubs need some speaker, evaluator, or MC, they always recommended me, and my network just got expanded. So now I'm not only in my own club, but I am known with different clubs. That's why I can say that all of the things happening to me is just planting seeds for the future.
Exactly.
And I'm really grateful for Toastmasters and for my company as well, because they really changed my life, and more opportunities, blessings will come in the future.
Exactly, that's the same effect and almost the same life story about Toastmasters. It's like whenever I attend a meeting, sometimes when guests they attend, they extend the invitation to other clubs. Also, you get recognized for your strength points. Always in Toastmasters, we do highlight those areas of glow. That's what I do call them. And we work on the areas of grow, like as constructive feedback. And you are filled with love. So in Toastmasters, it's like you're a protege. You are someone, who's taken care of. And what else? It's like, for me, it's beyond just being in a safe space where it's like part of my life now. It has become part of my life. And I'm thinking of creating my own club as well for maybe my students, maybe the community that I'm active in, because it's always, important to provide people with more chances so that they can be active in that sense, but not necessarily for you. You leave it for your legacy, for instance. So that will people sometime they will say, this club was launched by this person. Thank you for making it happen. Thanks to this, everybody now can join. Or let's say we have a space special to us, and so that we can be our. Exactly. And, talking about this, will take us maybe another podcast, Janette. So,
we need a lot of time to talk about everything.
yes, absolutely. This is just the beginning. So this podcast, I'm extending my hand to you for a future friendship and for continuous growth together. You invited Janette maybe to visit us in Tunis, maybe if you want. And online. Yeah, of course. That's my pleasure. And online, we can always be active, and sharing those positive moments. Just by being yourself, you inspire, Janette. So,
I will also invite you.
Yes.
Yeah. I will also. I'm sorry to interfere, to cut you off. I will also invite you as we discussed. You can be our guest in our Toastmasters Club. I can say that, or 100% sure that you will give impact to our club, and it's good because even though we're doing it for free, that you created this and that. When we were not in this physical world anymore, we left something valuable on earth.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Janette. And that's a huge responsibility to say that I can leave impact in people's lives. But I do hope that I really, not necessarily inspire. I don't want people to consider me as a model to follow, but, maybe take the best out of what I can offer. With generosity, with open arms and an open heart. So, Janette, I'm really glad. I was extremely happy with today's chat, and I'll let you say something, before the end of today's episode. Would you like to, convey any special message, anything? So the floor is all yours, Janette.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you, Yousra. I know we met for a reason. So I'm really privileged and honored to be part of your guest or of your podcast, which is the Ikigai and KaiZen, wherein I believe that you and I, woman empowerment with the same values and morals, can actually influence people. Yes, we don't want to be a model or inspiration, but we can influence them on how they become a better version. That life is precious, right? We don't need to deal with the problems. Ourselves can be a solution. The way we think, it can either be a problem or it can either be a solution. So be a solution.
Exactly, exactly. So let's say if you can find a way, create one. And I'm a strong believer, of solution oriented, thinking, growth mindset as well. And as you said, women empowerment. I really emphasize on this because kudos to you being a single mother. You mentioned this several times, and that is really kudos for making it, for being a role model to your children, for being there for them. Why do you need it yourself? Who needs to be there for you? That's really huge. And that's really, it's resilience. It's like, a double loop empowerment. It's like you have to be strong so that other people relying on you can really make it. It's not easy to make it in today's world. And I am sure that, your children, they're very so proud of you for whatever you're doing. I am proud of you as a woman, as part of other side, of the world. So you inspire me so much, Janette. And if you would like to say something, Janette, and we'll wrap up.
Yeah, so the one that we're doing is a collective healing. So we're healing ourselves, we're healing the entire universe for a better future. So, and I'm really glad, as I have said, I'm really honored. I know we met for a reason, and I hope this will not be the end of our chat. It might be extended for more and more because we are aiming for the same reason. So thank you again, and maybe in future I will be the one inviting you to my podcast, inshallah. And I will try to go to Tunisia. By the way, I have a friend. Her name is Marwa. Hi, Marwa, if you're watching. She's really pretty new, Yousra. Maybe Tunisia is so pretty.
Excuse me, could you please repeat?
I mean, Tunisian women are really beautiful women.
Oh, thank you. You know why? Because, we're, our DNA is made of many, many, many cultures. And that women, Tunisians themselves, I'm Aborigine, part of me, let's say 70% of me is pure Tunisian, A lot of people, they call them Berber, but we're not. It's Amazigh. So I'm basically part of the Amazigh, because once they colonized us, they gave us names, So I'm fully Amazigh, and also the DNA includes other cultures, and that's why I like the globe. I like the world. I like all cultures, all languages. You can tell that there is another version of me when I travel. You have to see me while traveling, Janette, exploring.
Dubai. I will come to Tunisia. Like, I'm so excited to meet you here.
I'll come to Dubai and you will see that part. The first thing that I'll ask you, Janette, please take me to a place where I can have, Asian food, Indian food, maybe Lebanese food so much. So we'll give it a try.
We will. And same thing, I will go to Tunisia and, explore me to your world as well.
You're so very welcome, Janette, and you will love the country. You will love 𝙤𝙤𝙙𝙬𝙀. You will love the beach here in Tunis. It's among the best.
I'm a nature lover. I love that.
You will enjoy this. So until we meet again, whether online or in person, Janette, please take care of yourself. And to whoever, thank you. To whoever is watching us, Thank you so much for tuning in till the end of today's podcast. And today I had the chance of talking to Janette. And Janette, she is amazing, an amazing mother, an amazing human being, an amazing Toastmaster, an amazing writer, many facets of Janette. Feel free to watch the whole episode if you catch it on this point. And to reach out to Janette, Janette, she will present to you her contact information where she can be contacted. So you can add, maybe I can add your email or whatever means of communication with her.
Yes.
They can get your book. So until that time, please everybody take good care of yourselves and stay safe and stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Yousra. Bye-bye.